I really didn't want to get into too much of a discussion on that in that environment, because we have here in Trinidad and Tobago a process which is underway, and that process is we have gone out publicly, and we had, I think, 3 or 4 interested parties. The last report that I mentioned in the Parliament is that the company, Petrotrin, TPHL, the evaluation process has now identified one company to go forward within those discussions. I didn't want to get into that depth of detail in Guyana, but I can tell you that if you look at the reason why we closed the refinery in Trinidad, contrary to what you might have heard from some other people, the reason was that we did not have an adequate supply of oil to keep the refinery running of our own oil. What we were doing, we were importing oil from the world market, 120,000 barrels a day, and refining it in that refinery and losing between $5 or $7 or up to $15 a barrel loss in that operation. So in that situation, we closed the refining operation of our involvement in the oil business. And we always said, as we had just done, we will go out and ask if there's anybody who has a supply of oil or who can access a supply of oil, and such person or entity would like to use the refinery, we can make an arrangement. That is what we are involved in now. And I can tell you that the discussion did involve the possibility that if Guyana has oil and Guyana is interested with someone who we have selected here or are selecting, then those conversations should take place. That's where we are at the moment. It all has to do with a supply of oil to the refinery which exists and can, with some not insignificant effort, be brought back into operation if only there is an entity with a supply of oil. That entity is not the government of Trinidad and Tobago, it's not Petrotrin, and if other entities come up, we'll be very happy, because we always would be happy. We always would be happy if the refinery is operating. It doesn't have to be a government refinery to be a contributor to our economy, but it all turns on an availability of oil which will not cost the people of Trinidad and Tobago significant losses that I have just mentioned.